Hi. So it's the last Friday in April 2021 and I'm at the Kennedy Meadows trailhead. I'm not sure if I'm going to have too many opportunities this year to fish the Emigrant, so I'm trying to get up here as much as I can. My typical July 4th week trip that I usually take in the Emigrant is going to be actually into French Canyon. So I'm trying to get out and hit the Emigrant as much as possible. It is early. Kennedy Lake is where I'm headed. It tends to be one of those lakes that you can get into early. I'm feeling a little weighted down, a little maybe overdressed. Temps right now are in the mid to low 60s, but a storm's coming in, and this time tomorrow they'll be in the mid low 50s, and then Sunday forget about it. So originally this was supposed to be a 3-day trip. It's just turned into an overnighter. I'm getting on the trail late. It's 4 o'clock. If I remember correctly, Kennedy is a 7-mile hike, so I'm looking at 4 or 5 hours probably, and that's in regular conditions. I don't know how much snow is up there. I'm really weighted down. I've got my kukri with me. I've got my Comanche with me. I've got my snowshoes with me. So I'm just carrying I don't know, probably 10 pounds more than what I normally would carry. I've got extra clothes, the whole shebang. So hopefully I can get in tonight. I'll hike until dark, which is probably another, I don't know, 3.5 hours. And if the trail's clear, I'll keep going to the lake. If it's snowy, or if there's snow on the ground, then I might just pitch my tent where I am. We'll see. So the one concern that I do have is overheating. I've got a thicker wool. I've got sort of a medium weight wool shirt on. This is what I used to wear when I backpacked before I transitioned to that really ultra thin one. I've got this wool buff on, and then I've got some new Fall Raven pants, which are really cool. But they are hot, and so while it may not be the best pair of pants for today, it'll certainly be a good pair of pants for tomorrow. But I don't want to get sweaty and overheat today. So just stop and enjoy the view a little bit more and make sure I don't get too overheated. In the sun, it's probably it's probably mid 70s. So everybody in the outdoor community raves about these pants. They certainly seem to be stout. They've got good pockets. They've got a really cool pocket here that you can hold an axe or a hatchet, and I can fit my GoPro in there. So that's pretty cool. But they are hot, and the one thing that I'm noticing is they don't have any zippered pockets, which I would really like to have a zippered pocket, something that I know is going to be completely secure, and what I put in it isn't going to fall over a log somewhere when I'm sitting down. Okay, first patch of snow, and I sort of expected there to be snow under this bluff. So I'm about an hour and a half in, and I've made it to the trail split. At the trail split, I go left, and then I head up, and then, as I recall, sort of a gradual incline. Got a few that look to be storm clouds coming in. It's supposed to get cloudy tonight, but it's supposed to be a low chance of precipitation, so I'm hoping for that, because I think I'll probably be hiking well into the night. So I'm almost 2 hours in. Still got quite a ways to go. I'm going to be at the base of that range there. I don't know if I'm going to get all the way there tonight. As I recall, it gets quite marshy near the lake, and I'm not sure I want to be traipsing through the marsh in the dark. So we'll see. I probably, somebody's up here. I can smell a campfire. So I've probably got about another hour's worth of light. I'm gonna make it as close to the lake as I can. I'm gonna have to cross the creek somewhere, because if I recall correctly, where I camped last time was sort of midway on the lake up on a hill, and there really weren't any good camping spots on this side of the creek. So hopefully I can find a good place to cross and get over to the pine grove that I remember. Okay, I'm at just over 7,000 feet, 7,300 feet, and I'm just starting to get into snow in earnest. So it's about 3 hours in, and I'm stopping to pull out my my headlamp and a pair of gloves. Temps have gone down. Now, as I recall, there's a cabin up here, and the lake is about 30 minutes past that cabin, I think. Okay, there's the cabin. I've lost the trail. There's so many little springs and such. It's hard to know what's the trail and what's a spring. I do know that the trail goes to the left-hand side of the cabin. With any luck, just stay in this general direction and I'll hit the trail again. Man, it's marshy. Okay, found the trail again. Now, typically, well, I shouldn't say typically, I've only been here once. Last time I was here, I stayed at a campsite. It's up on that hillside, about midway on the lake. It was a great campsite, except it was really windy, and it took another 20 minutes to get there. Given how dark it is, I'm just gonna plop myself in the first place I come to. I don't remember the trail going this close to the creek. I don't know where I'm gonna find a place to cross. I may end up just staying on this side. It's one night, so well, I guess that could be a potential crossing spot. Looks deep if you fall in, though. Although, oh, I'm in a bog. Staying under this tree might not be too bad. Now my feet are all wet. Okay, I've got to be getting near the lake now. Okay, so the lake has got to be right there. And I don't remember if this is where I told myself I was going to camp last time I was here, or if I still need to go farther up. It looks like I might be able to cross on that log. Maybe I go ahead and do that now. I'm going to keep going. I can always come back. I'm pretty sure the lake is right here. And it's looking like, unless I go back to where I was camping before, or go on the far side of the lake, it's looking like this is going to be the best bet. So, see if I can cross that log and get over there. Yeah, this will do fine. It's already got a fire ring. Let's see. It's looking like the best slope. It is kind of slanted, but yeah, I'm thinking right here. So yep, this is where I'm going to camp. Okay, tent's all set up, and you know, probably not my first choice of a campsite. If I had my druthers, I'd typically I spend 30 minutes looking for a campsite. It's fairly exposed. It's in the bottom of a well just before the drop off next to water. It's next to water, so it's going to be cold. It's in a well, it's going to be cold. But yeah, I took a short hike and I didn't see anything better. So this will do for tonight. I don't think I'm going to go and look for any firewood. Maybe tomorrow morning, if I get a chance, I'll look for some firewood. But it's too dark out right now to really do that efficiently, I think. So I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna get inside my tent and go to sleep, I think. And what's for dinner? Oberto, Parma salami, and provolone. 20 grams of protein. That'll heat me up tonight. So I'm all situated in the tent, and it's cold. The wind's starting to pick up, but so far it's not too bad. I think I'm gonna keep my my medium weight wool shirt on tonight. I've got my silk underwear on. Maybe I should have brought some wool underwear. We'll see. I'll take this jacket off, and then we'll see. We'll see how far up I have to zip my sleeping bag. My sleeping bag is rated pretty well, and if I don't get a lot of wind and there's not a lot of wind cutting through this tent, I should stay fairly warm. Even if I don't, I've got plenty of layers. I've got 2 more shirts that I can put on. I've got a down jacket, so I've got more than enough stuff to keep me warm tonight. So it's about 2:15, and it's 2:15 a.m. and I don't think I've slept at all. And I think it started snowing. It might be raining, but it sounds more like ice crystals. So it was only supposed to be a 15% chance of any sort of precipitation tonight. So we'll see how things
see how things look in the daylight. I'm really hoping I can get some sleep. So it's just after 5 a.m. and it's started to snow again, and it's kind of the haily kind of snow. I mean, it's small ice small ice balls. It doesn't look like it's sticking. The wind has been howling for the last couple hours, so it's looking like as soon as it hits daylight, I guess I'm gonna just have to pack up and leave. I know there's supposed to be a major storm coming in, and maybe it's gotten here earlier than the weathermen's expected. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping when it gets light, maybe it warms up, maybe it stops, the wind goes down, because the last thing I want is for the wind to knock me over as I'm trying to cross that tree. It's been pretty windy. I mean, at one point I could feel it almost picked up my tent. So I'm going to try to sleep for another 2 hours, and hopefully it doesn't rain. I don't mind the hail because that's not going to drench me. I hate being cold and wet. So as long as it's sort of this hail stuff that's not really sticking, I'll pack up and then I'll head out. So it's 6:30, and I'm gonna get up. I'm thinking, why delay the inevitable? Sun hasn't really come up yet, but I know today's supposed to be foggy, or at least cloudy, so I'm not really expecting too much sun. So I might as well get up and get everything packed up while it's still hail and it's not rain. I guess that's something. So I'm gonna get up and eat, and then I'll pack everything up. And I don't think I will fish, but we'll see.
Things don't look too bad. Snow isn't sticking. Now the lake is right there. There, you can see it now. There's the lake. So I'll pull this out for lunch. Pull out a bar. Well, maybe I'll pull out the gel too. So I came in with Speed Nut, Pro Bars, and that's what I use to fuel the hike in. And for breakfast, we have, drumroll please, Pop-Tarts. Okay, it's about 8 o'clock, and it keeps switching back between snowing and hailing and snowing and hailing. It's not too bad right now, so I think I'm gonna walk up to the lake. If I remember correctly, there was an inlet, and there were a bunch of fish that were stacked up in that inlet the last time I was here. I'm gonna try to fish that. I'm thinking I should gear up down here, and just sight fish the creek as I'm going up. I don't remember seeing any fish in the creek proper last time. They were all at the lake by the outlet, or by the inlet on the other side. So I'm not going to cast unless I see a fish. It's way too cold to prospect. If I when I come to that run that I remember there being fish at, I will prospect there. I've basically come up to the lake proper now, and I'm just going to throw a few casts in here. There's a little inlet right there, and then I'm going to work my way up that way and throw a few casts in that inlet up there. I'm only counting down to 5 seconds because I can see this is really shallow here. And I'm only gonna make about 3 casts in here. Okay, I think I'm only gonna make 2 casts. I think this is where I was fishing last time, and I saw the fish stacked up. Water was a little bit higher then, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, I'm crouched. I do have my rod case on, so you know that might not be the best thing. I'm fishing the beadhead, gold ribs, hare's ear, and a calabatus nymph. I did see a pretty big stonefly this morning, like a size 12 yellow stonefly. Oh, that was probably too much of a splash. For the life of me, I don't actually remember how I fished this last time, or what I fished. Okay, my pants are starting to get wet. I don't want that, seeing as how cold it is out here. Turn the camera off until I actually catch something. Literally, just as I turn the camera off, I'm into a fish. That's a nice fish. A little snaky. Probably not far enough. And I tell you, one fish is going to be enough for me. It is cold. So I picked up that one fish, made about a dozen more casts, didn't catch anything. It's freezing out, so I'm just gonna call it a day. You know, maybe I'll come up later in the year, or you know, another year when it's a little bit warmer. It's 9 o'clock, and I'm heading back down the trail. I've got my my big thick gloves on because my hands are freezing. With any luck, I'll be back at the car by 1 o'clock. Well, it's noon, so I stopped to have lunch. I'm at the junction of the Relief Reservoir and Kennedy Lake trails. So it's about an hour and a half back to the car from here. It's certainly been an interesting trip. Kind of a kamikaze trip, I guess, getting in here late in the afternoon yesterday and you know, leaving in the morning here to try to avoid the storm that I know is coming in. I caught a fish, so it was definitely worth the trip. And you know, anytime I can go out and into the backcountry, it's you know, it's a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for coming along. Fire restrictions. Huh. I don't remember seeing that on the way up. I guess it's a good thing I didn't start a fire.